Hello, Drum Technique Academy. I'm Krim. I'm back with another lesson. And I think this lesson is a really important lesson with a great topic because not many talking about it. And I feel like that somehow this approach of double bass drumming gets lost a little bit in the era of triggers. So today's topic is about powerful double bass drumming without triggers. So let me be clear, this video is not here to bash drummers that use triggers because I myself use triggers. It's not the case. This is not a lesson that will where I will hate on triggers. Absolutely not. You know, I use triggers myself live and I think they're great. But there's definitely also a different approach on how to play double bass. And it's more of an old school way, and I'm sure there are a couple of students here on this academy which are interested or who are interested in learning this approach. So before we go in detail, let me give you a little overview how this lesson is going to look like. I want to cover a couple of different topics. I want to talk first about why is this interesting to learn this approach of double bass drumming. What are the pros, what are the cons? I want to talk about my pedal settings and especially or in general about pedal settings, how they can affect, you know, your powerful drumming, you know, how to get a louder hit out of your pedal. Then I want to also maybe talk about the height of your seat, you know, your drum throne, also where you should position your foot on the footboard. And of course, I want to go through 3 different tempos. So we're gonna have a low tempo that is around 100 to 140 beats per minute. Then we go into the mid-tempo area, which is around 150 to 170. And then we go to the faster one, which is 180 to 200 to 210. Why not more? Well, at this point, I think then it's useless to just focus on the microphone because we are physically limited, you know. We will have to use triggers afterwards to make the sound, you know, amplify more. But I think if you're the kind of drummer who is really interested in playing up to these certain tempos, you can definitely make it happen without triggers and you can work on your power. All right, cool. So these are the topics. I forgot one. I also want to then go through maybe some exercises to show you how you can learn, you know, to increase your volume while playing double bass. Okay, so let's get started. Why should you learn to play loud double bass if you have triggers? Good question. I think we are a bit spoiled, can I say it like this, with triggers, because the trigger takes away one thing, you know, and that's the velocity. Yes, of course, some people will say to you or will say to me, yeah, but I have velocity, like a dynamic velocity on my trigger model. But I don't know many drummers who are actually doing that. I think the majority is using triggers because of this volume issue. You want to amplify your sound, so you're gonna make velocity that is always very loud. What a trigger doesn't take away is the accuracy. It will amplify it, right? So if someone is not able to play proper double bass, a trigger will not help, it will make it worse. But let me come back to this topic about the velocity thing. So the trigger takes away this part or it feels unnatural, right? And I just, for my playing, I just feel like playing loud and powerful at the same time is also a part of extreme drumming. It's also part of this community. I'm not here to teach you 250 beats per minute. That's not what I'm gonna do. As I said, we're gonna focus on just really powerful drumming underneath 200 and a bit above. And what are the benefits? I feel like that it gives you a certain identity as a drummer, which in my opinion is very important nowadays. It's not only about pulling off certain tempos, it's about that you play a beat and then people will know, okay, this is Krim, or this is, I don't know, this is Mario from Gojira, or this is, I don't know, Joey Georges, and this is George Colliers. Doesn't matter. So I think it's really good to be also able to play very loud double bass. And I bought myself a digital mixer just a couple of weeks ago. And right now I'm only listening to the microphone. I have not turned on my trigger model, just for the sake of learning again the velocity thing. And it really opened up, my mind to new possibilities, and it showed me where I can work on, or like what I can make better. And I must say that it really helped also strengthening my weaker leg, my left leg, because the trigger, everything sounds very nice, and you tend to maybe lack a little bit with the power of your weaker leg. It's obvious, everyone has that. But when you play with a microphone, you will definitely hear the difference. So I will play the double bass at 100 beats per minute, full leg motion. I will also throw in some quieter parts, and then I will increase the volume, not increase the speed, just the volume, and you will hear and see the difference. So pay attention to the beat traveling back. Pay attention, please, to where I position my foot on the footboard. Please pay attention to what my knee is doing, and also pay attention to the hip. So let's go check that out. Here's a little example at slow double bass, 100 beats per minute and 140 beats per minute. So I hope you paid attention as I asked you to do so, and you could see where my foot is placed on the footboard. And this is, I think, also an important thing for you if you want to get the maximum velocity out of your playing, is where do you put your foot on the footboard. Depending on what pedal you use, how you set up your pedal, also what spring tension, all these things determine where to find a good position. Okay guys, so let's move on to the next tempo area. So we are talking about mid-tempos. Mid-tempos are...
Do you want to know how you can watch this full lesson? Just sign up at www.drumtechniqueacademy.net. Drumming, as you know, is a lot like gravity. All it takes is a little push.